for you in this one. A top 10 showdown early in the season, a measuring stick game, and one that both of these teams hope will propel them to bigger and better things. Two behemoth conferences, bragging rights at stake, the SEC versus the Big Ten. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Maryland Terrapins. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Catching up with the South Carolina head coach before the game, he is very concerned about this crowd. It is a tough place to play, and with this home crowd, he knows that this is going to be one of their biggest challenges so far of the season. Can they get an upset on the road with this crowd noise, with this environment? He says his team has to stay locked in and focused to make it happen on the road today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And he's going to bring this one out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Back to throw, it's Washington. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season. You're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, two top 10 teams. We get to find out.
He's loose on the left. Inside the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Terrapins. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And he makes the extra point. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. It's inside, it's Clark. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. He's a crease. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
You see this a lot from offensive coordinators. Where are you weak? Where are you vulnerable? Where can I get an edge? And you see him try to get the ball in the perimeter early in the first quarter. Can I get outside the tackle boxes and have success?
And not only that, stretch them side to side, and it can pay off with your inside runs.
No doubt. Get them running sideline to side. Also get them a little tired.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Turns it on down the left side. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football. So much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they tacked on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a big play, 68 yards on the touchdown pass. Bringing it out. stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Looking left. Makes a connection. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Terrapins will have it 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Washington. Firing for the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Keep it on the ground. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Here's Sellers to throw. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Running inside, it's Clark. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Fourth down, Sellers. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and try.
Makes a grab and room to run. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football, nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Caught. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Rid of it on the RPO. And he will score! Touchdown, Terrapins!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Sellers. Under pressure. It's picked off, and that's number 10. There he goes. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Maryland! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
He'll bring it out. It's Clark. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They'll start on the ground with Brown. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period. We've reached the break. It's Maryland with the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Throwing, Sellers. Comes down, it's Tuggle on the stop. The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. Defense looks like they're coming. Sellers from the gun on third down. It's complete. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
Here's Sellers to throw. Unloads it left. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Again, it's Sellers. He's going for it all. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Finds his man. It's Fleming. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hook up there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
And the Terrapins with the 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Looking downfield, it's Washington. This time he's got his man. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
And this offense just keeps putting it together, man. Like, they have not been stopped very often. Another play in the passing game. This defense, they've got to find something, and they've got to find it fast. Like, halftime is a little ways away. They got to make some adjustments right now.
The defense has been hanging on for dear life figuratively, now literally, and it draws a flag. The Terrapins will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Terrapins! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. He'll return it. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Sellers. Moving out to the right. Gets rid of it. Turns it upfield. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Long way to go on second down. To the air, it's Sellers. Rush right in his face. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. And here's the third interception of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Tough run here. It's Edwards. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run him again. And he could not get loose on the run. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Snags it. Touchdown, Maryland! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Well, you could draw a line in the middle and he would have hit that thing. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Here's Brown to begin the drive. And he's not going anywhere as this defense has no plans to give up a big play before the half. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Throwing, Sellers. Rushes on. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show.
And he doesn't field it cleanly. It's loose. He's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Excellent job by the kick coverage unit to keep him from getting the sideline. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Right side, it's Brown. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's Sellers to throw. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Can't get him to the ground. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Fires left. Makes the grab. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Fires on the move. Lucky to get it off.
We're losing. We got to put a few drives together here, but most importantly, I got to stop getting my quarterback hit. I got to give him a little bit more protection, maybe that extra second so he can get that deep ball off or make some plays for this offense.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they take it in for 6 more points. He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Maryland's offense comes out ready to go on the attack. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. New set of downs after the completion. Timeout is called. Make sure everybody's on the same page. Play clock was down to 4. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Now on first down from the 30. They'll send the back in motion. Making the adjustment. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Lost one deep down the right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, I like the aggressive nature by the quarterback there. He's trying to take a shot down the field. Just a better play by the defense forcing the incompletion.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Edwards. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Terrapins want to crank the tempo. Trying to slip through and pick it up. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to...
Snags it, and there's running room. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Going to the run, it's Edwards. Runs through the tackle. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball.
Touchdown, Terrapins! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Well, it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback. You saw it right there. He is dialed in. He's finding his one-on-one matchups. He's making good decisions, and he's been so accurate. Now, 4 TD passes in this one, and that's why his team is way up here late in the game.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Got room on the return. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Maryland! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Fires to the wideout. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Terrapins!
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He'll go out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. They'll start on the ground with Brown. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback keep. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. They'll give it to Brown. Driven back.
Yeah, this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
Sellers. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
Big moment here for the defense. Can you come up with one more stop? You've got the lead. It's 4th and short. You're kind of in no man's land, so you're expecting them to go for it.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Needs it. He's not going to get there. The defense was sure tackling to stop him a few yards short. Great place to start for this offense. Looking for space. It's Edwards. And he got 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 coming.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today. So